Hey everyone, Brian Easterday here, and welcome to Eye of the Storm Astrology. So today I want to talk about one of the concepts that I think is most important in being able to integrate into your mindset whenever you start learning about Vedic astrology. And that is the concept of learning to love your own chart. What do I mean by that? Well, as I mentioned, in my intro video to the channel, if any of you saw that by chance, that so many people in astrology, especially some that may be a little bit more traditional or conservative leaning, can have a bit of a harsh view on a lot of placements or certain houses in the chart, like the Dhisthana houses, the 6th, 8th, and 12th house, or certain planets like Rahu and Saturn, and they call them malefics. And when you understand that more, and all that's another video for another time, you just see it can't be taken so literally. You have to actually understand the essence of what they're meaning by that. But I definitely operate from the mindset that I'm not a doom and gloom astrologer. Awareness creates choice. So I don't think you have to be stuck with something, and if there's a challenging placement, then there's no way to ever overcome that or anything like that. That is not the case at all. There is always a way to improve things by first creating awareness, and then you have the choice to be able to improve it. So there's always something you can do. And if I've learned anything, it's that the more challenges there are in the chart, the more potential there is. We do not gain great wisdom or really test ourselves in life if we don't actually challenge ourselves, and not just in a little way. We need to give ourselves some big challenges in life. If like things that just utterly rip us apart and destroy us and make us feel like we have to die and go through this rebirth. That's where the spiritual awakening process happens, is in that destruction. Hence, the name of my channel. I'm a person that I absolutely have learned to love that destructive type of energy of being able to put to death one form and bring to life another. Even in the creating of this channel, I put to death the my participation in the other channel, the Wizard Factory, as a way of being able to be reborn into moving into a new phase of my life, a new phase of my career, that type of thing. And we can see these themes play out all the time. It could be in a relationship, it could be, you getting a new job, whatever it may be. But that change, embracing that change, that's a very valuable lesson to have in life. And I see so many people, and that when they look at their charts, they'll be like, oh, I have this conjunction, or it's in this house, or I have this debilitated planet, and then they're just kind of getting really down on themselves. And I don't really think that's the most helpful mindset for being able to actually go and learn the lessons from the karmas that you came here to experience. I think we need to operate from more of a warrior mindset and an empowered mindset, which means facing those challenges, looking at them honestly, really reflecting on them, and then choosing to work with them, hopefully to become the best version of ourselves. So when I get clients or something that they may be worried about a placement that they have or something like that, I really try to reframe this mindset. Like I said, learning to love your chart. If you want a place to start studying astrology, starting in your own chart can be a great place. That's generally where most people start. We have to learn about ourselves first before we go and try to understand others. Otherwise, we're just going to put all of our projections onto those people, onto their charts. So we really have to get to know ourselves first. And learning to love all the different parts of your chart is learning to understand and love yourself. And when you can understand and love yourself, then, and only then, will you really have the ability to actually see and understand and love others. So when you're looking at someone else's chart, you were looking at them in one of the most intimate ways you possibly could. You're looking at the makeup of that Atma, of that soul. You're seeing their karmas. You're seeing the story of their life and how it will play out. The challenges, the triumphs, the sadness, the happiness, anger. All of those things can be seen in a chart. We're all human. We all have them. So being able to look at someone in this way, you need to do it in a very respectful way. And you won't truly be able to respect someone and look at their chart like with that truest level of respect that you should, unless you've really learned to be able to love and accept people for who they are. And that starts by learning to love and accept yourself for who you are. So whether you're a person that you're a little bit more easygoing, or you're a person that's maybe a little bit more blunt and stormy like myself, like, it doesn't matter. Those are your gifts. That's part of who you are as an Atma. That's part of your experience. Now, does that mean that, like, if there's some challenges that you should, like, let the lowest expression of those come out? Absolutely not. But that's why we're practicing Vedic astrology, so we can create that awareness and therefore create that choice. So I wanted to give everybody that little tip, before I start getting into, planets and placements and, getting into the rest of Jyotish. I think it's really important to have these foundational understandings of what Vedic astrology really is, and the mindset that we should bring when we're approaching this science, so as to make sure that we don't get stuck into a victimhood mindset, or that we're getting caught in our own projection, not only in looking at our own chart, but in looking at that of others. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Do me a favor, if you found it valuable, please hit that like button, subscribe, share it around. Let me know in the comments if you found this was valuable, or, if you have some challenging placements in your chart, if you feel like sharing those, share those in the comments below. That's definitely something that I want to help encourage people to reframe the way they're looking at some of those things, and not get so down on themselves because they might have some challenges in their chart, because you know what? There's just as much potential there as well, if that is the case. So hope you guys have a good day. Thank you for tuning in very much, and I'll see you next time.